Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My honorable to all reviewer, my honorable to all audience. Good morning, everybody. My name is Fitriani, student from Postgraduate School, Indonesia, University of Education. And the first author of this paper, I am going to present paper titled Van Hill, How to Analyze Student Thought Process in a Geometry Problem. So let's go. I will presentation this paper. Introduction. Geometry is a science from elementary school to college. Van Hill level can facilitate student thinking process in studying geometry. Here is a picture of Van Hill level of thinking. Level 0, visualisasi. Level 1, analysis. Level 2, informal deductive. Level 3, deductive. And level 4, rigor. Picture 1, Van Hill thinking level. Number 1, based on ability and level of thinking, student still have difficult learning geometry. So student ability is geometry or low. Number 2, many students do not understand the basic geometry concept and can solve geometry problem, result in problem with geometry lesson. Number 3, student difficult in learning geometry is the student disabilities specific mathematics because the difficult of learning geometry is different from other math learning difficult. Student who fail in understanding the concept of geometry and the ability to solve geometry problem can make many students problematic in learning geometry. Number 4, this is in from the national examination in 2018 to 2019 of law geometry material mathematics subject. Number 5, students still miss distinction which square, rectangle, and rhombus. Don't know that it is quadrilateral. Number 6, there are still many students who are able at the visualization level, but there are also those who have not been able to visualize. Number 7, there is no attention to the level of thinking of student rank from easy to complex. Number 8, there are not trained in the process of thinking student if solving mathematical problem systematical, so that student through process exponentially in the mathematical solving ability of student is low. Number 9, students do not like mathematics because from the mathematical science is complex. Another material formula when it has been give an item of function to do where uses to be. When answering math lessons, student had no happy. This is from the behavior of those who include the teacher explain and do not respond the learner. Only a few people are connect when studying mathematics. Looking at the above event, there need to be research to find out. Number 2, how the student process according to Van Hill in geometry problem. Number 2, is there an increase in the thought process between students who acquire Van Hill application in geometry problem and not obtain Van Hill application in geometry problem? Number 3, how the improve of the thought process between students who acquire Van Hill application in a geometry problem and not obtain Van Hill application in geometry problem. Method, research design. Research method are done qualitative, the quantitative, the studious and experimental quasi-research design. Population and sample. The population in the study was a great 7 students of Stake to Langsa Junior High School. A random sampling was tested and selected 32 Stake Junior High School to Langsa sample in the study. Instrument, a total of 4 test items in the form of easy become instrument in this study. Data analysis. The study was quantitative analysis with descriptive statistic and invariant statistic. Data is processed using the one-way ANAVA test again, the test given by SPSS 28. Russell and discussion. Russell validity and reliability test analysis. Table 1 correlation, the Russell, the test validity test. Based on the Russell of person correlation, all item show a level of significance is greater than 0.05. This collect that all 4 tests are valid. Table 2, reliability statistic test Russell. Crombat alpha test reliability statistic test is 0.906, referencing to the reliability criteria of the test. The test has a very high level of reliability. Result of analysis of student through process. Students are at level 0, verification level as many as 28 students with a percentage of 27.5%. Level 1 analysis level as many as 25 students with a percentage of 18.13%. Level 2 informal deductive rate as many as 14 students with a percentage of 43.75%. And level 3 deductive rate as many as 8 students with a percentage of 25%. Based on the analysis, there are still many students who are at level 0 and 1. Checking from problem number 1 to number 2, students who are less able or fail at level 0 and 1 will be calling for the next level. Van Hill also say students study geometry based on successive level stake and do not allow students to jump 3 times before learning the primary level. Result of analysis of improve structure process between student acquired Van Hill application in geometry problem and not absent Van Hill application in geometry problem. Table 4, normality, the result normality test significant value is greater than 0.05. It is 0.200 is greater than 0.05 and 0.200 is greater than 0.05. Therefore, the data acquire Van Hill application in geometry problem and does not option Van Hill application in geometry problem normal distribution. Table 5, homogeneity test result. Homogeneity test significant of 0.461 is obtained by on this following is known that 0.461 is greater than 0.05. 0.05, which means that the data that obtained acquired Van Hill application in geometry problem and did not obtain Van Hill application in geometry problem both come from homogeneous data variant. Table 6, one-way ANAVA, the result. One-way ANAVA statistic analysis. It is now that F on acquire Van Hill application in geometry problem and not option Van Hill application in geometry problem of 20.496 with a significant value of 0.001 is smaller than the significant level of 0.05. So he was rejected. This concludes an increase in the third process between students who acquire Van Hill application in geometry problem and not obtain Van Hill application in geometry problem. Analysis also help to improve the third process between students who acquired Van Hill application in geometry problem and not obtain Van Hill application in geometry problem. Table 7, descriptive result test one-way ANAVA. The difference in the effect took process from a student who acquired Van Hill application in geometry problem and not obtain Van Hill application in geometry problem with the following detail. Number 1, the effect took process of student who acquired Van Hill application in geometry problem was 24.47. Number 2, the effect took process of students who did not obtain Van Hill application in geometry problem of 16.7x. Thus, descriptive is can be concluded that the effect took process of students who acquired Van Hill application in geometry problem and do not obtain Van Hill application in geometry problem with is 20.63. Conclusion: Van Hill think level consists of 5 levels. Number 1, visualisasi level 0. Number 2, level of analysis level 1. Number 3, informal deductive level 2. Number 4, deduction level 3. And rigor level 4. The research suggestion of Van Hill application in geometry problem need to be applied to all school and educator. This level teacher student to learn from the initial level to the top level, so that by training and getting used to this level is expected to make a student easy to learn mathematics. Thank you. The college where I work, Institut Agama Islam Negeri Langsa, IAIN Langsa, located in Aceh, Indonesia. The campus where I study and was University Pendidikan Indonesia, Bandung, Indonesia. Parties who have helped me in financial matter can consist my doctor study in the mathematics education study program Lembaga Pengelola Dana Pendidikan. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.